Good morning, everybody. We are on our way to our tour bus today because we are not driving.
Yay!
No, we are not. We are taking a break. We are giving ourselves a treat yourself day, and
we don't have to park.
Yes, oh my God, thank God.
I think parking's worse than driving.
We're joining a group, and we are heading down a little further south into the Tuscany wine region. Yummy. And we're visiting a couple different towns. We're going to San Gimignano, and we're also going to Siena. In theory, we're going to be tasting some wines and learning about some history, but other than that, I kind of don't really know what's in store for us. So
I'd let somebody else plan this day.
in any case, I'm going to do my best to record as much as possible, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. Our first stop of the day was in San Gimignano, which is a historic city in the hills of Tuscany. Literally, the city is on top of a hill, so you know the views are good here. The city's history dates back to about 450 AD and is known for its beautiful towers. It has been affectionately nicknamed the Manhattan of Tuscany, but Mom and I thought the Diagon Alley of Tuscany was a little more fitting, with its gorgeous nooks, crannies, shops, and restaurants. Alright, so we've done a little bit of exploring in San Gimignano, and we were sitting down for a cup of coffee and another tiramisu because it was so good yesterday. We gotta have it again.
Like replay from yesterday. I love it. I love it here. I feel like there must be some Italian in my blood, even though my DNA testing says there isn't.
Yeah.
I just feel at home here. I love it.
It's very cute with all of the stone work everywhere and the brick roads and stuff like that. So
and of course the shopping and the coffee and the tiramisu.
It's got a nice balance of everything. So I will say I'm really liking this tour so far. It seems like they give you a little bit of information and then they let you just go explore on your own. I'm hoping it's going to be like that in Siena as well.
Yeah, I like independence, and a lot of times on tours it's guided everywhere. So this is good. We're shopping and doing our own thing for a couple of hours.
Yes.
I like it.
Yep. One of my favorite parts during our visit to San Gimignano was strolling through the gorgeous courtyard area just outside the upper walls of the city. Hands down, these were the best views of the Tuscan Valley. So peaceful. I felt like I could sip a glass of wine and read a book on a picnic blanket in the sun for hours. And eat the fresh olives off the olive trees that were peppered throughout the area, of course. We were also fortunate enough to visit on a day where they had a farmer's market type shopping area. There was an assortment of meats, cheeses, and breads, and of course we had to sample them all.
This looks like what we had
in Spain, right? Yeah. Is it good? Oh, grazie. Our next stop was just down the road at a winery called Palagetto. We sampled 3 wines and had a board of cheeses, fruits, and bread that complemented each selection.
If you want to make a Chianti in this area, there's only one, that's this one, and it is a DOCG protected wine. So that means you need to have a license and you need to follow certain procedure.
There was also a restaurant on site where we peeked at the desserts on our way out, and we also helped them feed their goat friends before it was time to depart. Next up was Siena. While San Gimignano was a quaint village, Siena was comparatively a bustling city. They host 2 horse races each year where people crowd in the center of the city and watch the horses make lap after lap. Each horse in the race represents a different district known as a contrada, which has its own animal mascot. Our tour guide was from the caterpillar contrada. The city is also filled with food traditions too, such as the pan forte, which we delightfly sampled.
Cake, whose name is pan forte. It was invented in 1600 by a nun. She mixed together everything: dried fruit, salmon, ginger, chocolate, honey, sugar. These cookies, they are with chocolate. In reality, the original are simply with vanilla. They are named Ricciarelli, and they are soft cookies with almond paste.
Once we got some free time in Siena, we headed to the northern part of the city where an international food festival just happened to be taking place that weekend. If you've ever been to Disney World during their International Food and Wine Festival, it's like that, but with 1,000 more options. We saw foods from so many different countries from all over the world, not just Europe. There were beautiful displays with 1 million snacks I'd never heard of before, but ultimately we settled on Dutch pancakes to start.
So I know we've been on a tour and I've been showing you some clips from this tour that we're doing in Siena, but we have a little bit of free time in the city and they told us there's some kind of international market going on. So we made a long trek to get over here to do this international market. I think it's gonna be worth it. This is our first purchase of the market and we stopped at a stand where they have pancakes with powdered sugar and Nutella on top. And I am a sucker for Nutella anything. And I think this is gonna be real delicious. So here we go, let's give this a little taste-a-roo. Oh yeah, that's everything. That's all of it. Oh my God. That is some good pancake. Yeah? Is that the one you want? Anything covered in chocolate calls my name. Problem is I don't know what any of the rest of the stuff. It's bread. Oh, interesting. What good are they? Cookies, brownies, American soda. Let's see. Alright, we made food stop number 2. This one was in Argentina. And so we had the panino carne, which is meat with some spices on top and kind of a panini style sandwich. So this looks delicious. Oh wow. Yeah? That was good. It's not Italian, it's Argentinian, right? Yes. Oh yeah, the flavor is so good. Wow, that's what I needed right now. Well, hello again. So, I'm gonna be an honest YouTuber with you for a minute. I might have forgotten that I was gonna have to close out this vlog that I started today. We got back from our tour probably 4 hours ago, and we were exhausted. And then we went to dinner and things, and so I was just like, so sleepy. I was about to go to bed, and I was like, I didn't tell them how the story ends, and the ending is key to any good story. So, to fill you in, we came back from our adventures in Siena. Unfortunately, we hit a bit of traffic, and it took probably an additional 45 minutes to get back in a car ride that was supposed to be an hour and a half. So it's a pretty substantial addition. And then we were like, well, it's about dinner time. So we decided to head down to a local pizza place, and we got us some pizza for the second time on this trip. I got a quattro formaggio pizza, which was very yummy. And Mom and I shared a salad, and she also got her own pizza, which it was basically all the ingredients of a caprese salad, except for with the addition of anchovies, which we're feeling brave from our Cinque Terre adventures yesterday. However, the anchovies were not as good here in Montecatini Terme as they are on the coast, so something to keep in mind. We did end the day with a few fun souvenirs, so I'll show you what I got really quick. The winery we went to earlier, named Palagetto, gave me this lovely box for my stuff. I ended up liking the first wine the most that we tried. It was very similar to a Sauvignon Blanc. And so I got this lovely bottle souvenir, and it was only 8 euros, I think, 7 euros maybe, something like that. I mean, I'll pay, back in the United States, probably anywhere between 20 and 30 bucks for a good Sauvignon Blanc. So it just boggles my mind. I always forget how much cheaper wine is over in Europe. Like, this happened in Spain, it happened in France. Like, come on, United States, let's get with the program. They gave us some food while we were tasting our wines at the winery, and they have emphasized on multiple occasions that Italians must eat while they drink. And I feel like I have said this my whole drinking career. And so I am like strongly identifying with these ideals. But they did have their own honey. And so the honey that we had, we put on this really delicious white cheese, which I don't remember what it was. Was it La Pecorino? It might have been Pecorino. But you put the honey on the cheese, and then you drink the wine, and you're like, oh my God, it's delicious. So very good. So these are my fun souvenirs for the day. Only spent 15 euros on it, so it's just not bad at all. And yeah, pretty exhausted. And guess what? we're doing it again tomorrow. So we are on a fast-paced whirlwind adventure tour of Tuscany, and I'm not even a little bit mad about it. So I'm gonna go and get myself to sleep right now and re-energize myself for the next morning's activities. But I will see you next Wednesday for another installment of Jordan and Mom's tour of Tuscany. So with that being said, please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Maybe leave me a comment about what kind of wines you like the most from Tuscany, and we'll see you again next week.